Okay, welcome. And we're doing the Eden trials because I got stuck fighting Hydaelyn for Amon or Valor was her name? They
It
were both
worked!
women.
Both
Okay.
wind and fire have answered the call! Reed, are you alright?
Fuck yeah. Oh, it's been a long time since I've been here. That two such ferocious beings should meld into a single entity is frightful indeed. Further research must needs be performed to fully comprehend this unexpected phenomenon. For a moment, I thought Reen had lost control of the ether. Luckily, we managed to avoid any major disasters from what I can tell. Combining the contrasting powers of different primals. That seems an awful lot like the Ultima weapon. In any case, I'm pleased to see that you were as successful here as you were at the Praetorium. That was incredible. I never imagined they would fuse together like that, but you took them down all the same. I suppose the main thing is that we're now two elements closer to restoring the ether of the empty. Let's go see what difference it's made. It actually worked, just like Urianger said it would. Everything we could have hoped for. Indeed, our endeavors have been repaid manifold. Manyfold. I wonder what will happen when we restore ice. Is something the matter? One more element and then what? You'll have achieved the impossible where I'll still be nothing. No memory, no past, no family, nothing. The world has moved on and left me behind. Anyone who ever knew me is either dead or gone. So, Almighty Eden, you can mend this broken world, but you can't restore one girl's memories. Give me back my life, damn you. I still hunger. Ah! Extinguish the accursed light. Awaken our true power. Enough riddles. Tell me who I am. You are. I am. Gaia. Gaia. Huh. Gaia, what's wrong? Reclaim your memories. Fulfill your destiny. I don't understand. Gaia, can you hear me? Get away from me. I miss the sound of falling rain, your voice called from within. Long after the rain passed, your voice echoed on. Poor Gaia, if the fairy lives inside her, why would it let her suffer like this? I wish there was something we could do to help. Oh, just get it over with, would you? Pray be on thy guard, my friend. Gaia may yet relinquish control to the voice within. While this downpour is precisely the result we were hoping for, the novelty of standing outside in the rain does wear off rather quickly. Not to mention Gaia's looking a bit under the weather. Let's continue this conversation in Eden's core. What does it want? Why won't it tell me? I'm not sure what's going on with Gaia, but it's certainly a cause for concern. Perhaps this is the fairy making itself known. Now that I think about it, I don't really know all that much about Eden. Since we... Oops. One sec. Since we need to find out how it's connected to Gaia, I should try to understand it at a deeper level. To be honest, there isn't much else I can do. Ere we set forth to restore the element of ice, I would discuss the manner in which the summoning shall be undertaken. Just tell me one thing. Is this going to bring the empty back to the way it was before the flood? Well, none can say for certain. The change we have observed at points of ethereal intersection doth give us cause for optimism. It may be reasonably assumed that the empty shall continue to transform and, in the decades to come, regain the semblance of its former state. Decades? I don't think you quite grasp the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It would have swallowed the entire world if Minfilia hadn't stopped it. Even if Rean has inherited her blessing, wounds like that don't heal overnight. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. And it might take even longer than that to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know that it will stay like this forever until we do something about it. My sentiments precisely. Only once the final element is restored shall we have a glimpse of the future that awaited those of generations yet to come. You do all this for a world you may not live long enough to see, while here I am so absorbed in my own poems that I barely a thought for anyone besides myself. For so long, I've listened to that voice telling me what to do, who to be. I was so scared of what might happen if I disobeyed, but I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. If Reen's the Oracle of Light to mend this broken world, what does that make me? Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, bringer of misery and death, a monster, it's no wonder they left me. Mother, father, and next it'll be all of you. Then I'll be back where I started, where I've always been, alone. Gaia, is it the fairy? What's wrong? Afraid I might lose control and ruin all of your carefully laid plans? No, it's you I'm worried about. Reen, I'm going outside to clear my head. You just do what you need to do, alright? Something's wrong, I know it. That much is clear. If we ever repeat of her first visit to Eden, we may even be joined by those voice and friends of hers. If you go and see what Gaia's doing, Urianger and I will stay with Reen. My name is Gaia. That's what you said, isn't it? Eden, the flood, what does it all mean? No, it can't be. Is this what it's been waiting for all this time? Finally, you remember. Ah, what is this? The darkness that dwells within you, Gaia. The accursed spawn of light are drawn to it, like moths to a flame. Pathetic, mindless, and easy. Okay. Sin eaters? Now, the time of awakening has come. Yo, Reen senses Sin Eaters. What's happened? Don't try to fight them. Just bring Gaia back inside. Quickly now. She's in a bad way, but at least she doesn't seem to have lost control. What entity is this that should hold a horde of Sin Eaters in its thrall? And to what end? She is unconscious. What happened? What's happened to her? That's a concern for later. First we must deal with those Sin Eaters. Yo, if thou wouldst care to repel our assailants without, I would task Thancred with standing guard within. I shall tend to Gaia meanwhile. Wait, while Urianger watches over Gaia, I'll tend to any eaters that chance to slip inside. I'm not sure if there's much Eden can do to help, but I'll try to keep it steady. Whereas before 'twas Gaia who sought to destroy Eden, on this occasion she hath become the target. She is unconscious here. I wish the empty was a shared space. Well, that was quick. Okay.
So many of them. But nothing we can't handle.
Oh, I'm color coded. Okay, that's why. Oh, we got this. Damn. Oh, I get it now. Okay. Ah. What a relief. The interior is secure. With the eaters gone, I thought that Gaia might show some sign of improvement, but she hasn't so much as stirred. Sin Eaters drawn to the Oracle of Darkness, just as she herself was drawn to Eden, first and foremost among their kind. She is unconscious. She won't wake up. What do we do? What is this place? Where is everyone? So, I'm all alone. Even the fairy is gone. Endless silence, endless darkness. Is this what death feels like? It's no use, no one can hear me. How ironic. All those times I wanted peace and quiet, and now that I finally have it, I wish I had someone to talk to. Oh. I thought I couldn't stand to be around them. All their interfering and fussing, and yet I was never lonely. But it's no use. Even after everything we went through, my memories still won't come back. There's no future awaiting me, only emptiness. Those memories, they can stay lost forever if only this pain will leave me. Now, I close my eyes and sink into darkness. And then I'll suffer no more. Gaia, Mother, Father, wake up. I understand now. Why wait for tomorrow to claim us? Gaia, can you hear me? The perfect moment never has to end. I'm not giving up on you, Gaia. Say something. What do you want? Please, I'm begging you. Remember all the things we said we'd do, like going to the second serving to coffee biscuits. I never... Gaia? I never agreed to anything of the sort. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried about you. Do you have to be so loud? The fairy fell silent, only to be replaced by Reen's voice ringing through my head. I never thought I would be so glad to hear it. We still don't know exactly what happened, but at least the danger's past for now. Whatever that thing was, it was able to control a vast swarm of Sin Eaters, much like Valtteri. Then again, it's clearly nothing like a Light Warden. In any case, it's gone now. I just hope it stays gone. Though Gaia hath regained consciousness, I surmise that it shall be some time before she is fully recovered from her ordeal. You've all gone through a lot of trouble on my part. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Anyway, I've delayed you long enough. Please carry on what you came to do. I'm glad you're back to your usual self, but how are you feeling? Much better now, but something is still bothering me. The fairy spoke to me in a dream, and a stream of memories rushed through my mind. I don't recall anything like this happening before, and I'm not sure what it all means. What sort of memories? I can't make any sense of them. They were only brief flashes, seen through someone else's eyes. At least that's what it felt like. Minfilia, that is the first Oracle of Light, once served Hydaelyn as the word of the Mother. If the Oracle of Darkness is her counterpart under Zodiark, then we had best prepare ourselves for the worst. That's right, this is before Zodiark is gone. Aye, the night's return did tip the ethereal balance towards activity, which may have served to awaken the fragment of his power in the first. Having thus roused, he did then fix his gaze upon she who had been marked by darkness, Gaia. Marked or no, Gaia's still her own person. Everything alright? It's nothing. Anyway, let's forget about all that for now. There'll be plenty of time to think it through once the last element's restored. If thou believest thyself well enough, then I see no reason for delay. Let us forthwith attend to the revitalization of ice. Shiva then. Yo, as the only one here to have actually seen the primal, perhaps you could describe her for us. So she summoned into her body the imagined essence of someone who lived over 1,000 years ago. That such a thing should be possible. Though long since departed, Shiva was a source of great inspiration to Yazale, whose method of summoning differed greatly from any we had previously encountered. But the echo did she bear witness to the deeds of the noble Shiva, and thus was she moved to dedicate her blessing, her being, to that selfsame cause. was this devotion that granted her the power of the primal. So she was able to control it herself. Not getting any funny ideas, are you? Just thinking aloud, that's all. Anyway, we better get going. Our journey leads to a great glacier situated in the northernmost region of the Empty. I'll get us there as quickly as I can. It's time to draw out the ether. I was thinking. That I should go with you this time. I want to be the vessel for Shiva. Being still and passive by nature, ice is the element that is most strongly aligned to light. I'll need to get close and use my own abilities as well as Eden's to draw it out, so that the Oracle of Light becometh the Oracle of Ice. I cannot claim to be in favor of this stratagem, and yet the primal we encountered in the source was summoned in much the same manner. The inherent advantages are undeniable. Absolutely out of the question. Have you forgotten what Yo does to the primals we summon? I'm not about to stand by and watch as she and Reen beat the tar out of each other. In any case, the ether only returns to the Empty once the creature's been slain, although it seems you haven't taken that into consideration yet. Presumably, there's a safe way to disperse it, but it's still far too risky. I thought you had more sense, Reen. But it's not as bad as it sounds. Were the deformed entity as volatile as the primals we have previously summoned, 'twould be logical to assume that in her role as conduit, Reen would be hard-pressed to retain control. Yo would have no recourse but to defend herself by any means necessary, else her life be forfeit. I know it's dangerous, but I can't let that hold me back. Please, I've got to try. But I don't see why this is even necessary in the first place. You never had to take risks like this for the other elements. Eden possesses almost infinite power, but what would happen if it began acting without my intervention? If it started to feed on the ether just like the other Sin Eaters, it would undo all of our hard work. 'Tis a disconcerting eventuality, and one which cannot be dismissed. I'm worried that even if we realign the elements, things will eventually return to how they were following the flood. But if I train Eden now to nurture the environment rather than drain the life from it, we can leave it to take care of the Empty in our place. I'll channel the ether through myself and show Eden how it's done. This isn't some house pet we're dealing with. If all goes wrong, then what? I know this all sounds like I'm taking a leap of faith, but it has been a gamble every step of the way. We've managed to come this far because of faith, in ourselves and in each other. I've made my feelings on the matter perfectly clear, but what say you, Yo? Green, I suppose that if you've got your heart set on this, there's no point trying to dissuade you. Just don't do anything reckless, is that clear? As Crystal. This is going to work, I promise. I'll make sure of it. Well, for our sakes, I certainly hope so, because if the Primal takes over, it'll be fine. With all of you by my side, I know that whatever happens, it'll work out in the end. All of us, I hope you're not including me. I can't even deal with my own problems, never mind yours. It's enough just knowing you're here. Anyway, I've decided to take a leaf out of your book. I do what I want when I want. I've made my decision, so now I have to see it through. Yeah, but this is a different kettle of fish altogether. Well, the point is that this is what I want, and I'll do whatever it takes to make it work. So, this is how much it means to you. Memories of Shiva envelop your mind. I don't know how, but I can sense her, see her too. This might actually work. So she's not just waiting for the future to arrive, but actually trying to change it. Both Giselle and Archbishop Thornton offered their corporeal forms as vessels, onto which the likeness of three eminent figures from Ishgardian history were projected. However, the nature in which each met their demise is perhaps best not dwelled upon. I think Eden is sending your thoughts to me. I see Yazale and Shiva. They only wanted peace, a land where a dragon and mankind could live side by side. With so many things left to chance, all I can do is wait and pray. Do you think the 12 can hear me here in the first? Ooh, 25%. Or 15. One, two, three, four, two. Okay.
I call upon the power of Shiva.
Ew. It's badass.
No! She's lost control! You've got to stop her!
Fools. You would stoke the fires of conflict. The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Resplendent ice, grant me strength. Shatter! Your blood shall freeze! Shatter! The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Tranquility must be restored to the land.
No way.
Fools, you would stoke the fires of conflict. The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Resplendent ice, grant me strength. Your blood shall freeze! Shatter! The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Oh.
Darkness, be gone! Light consume you! Impudence! Resplendent ice, grant me strength! Shatter! The light shall usher in peace. Such power! I can't!
The light! It's too much for her to bear! Ugh, she won't last much longer! Enough of this! Power of darkness, answer my call! Ugh! Ugh! Yeah!
Yeah.
Damn this light! Damn it all! I won't give up! Not on my future! Our future! I want to see what tomorrow will bring!
Whew. Well earned. Oh yeah. Green. You were there. I heard you. What happened to Shiva? Is she still in control? No, she's gone. But Gaia. What? The hammer. It matches your dress. Huh. I see you're back to your normal idiotic self. Look, isn't it pretty? Maybe we could take it with us. Ice tends to melt, you know. Not this sort. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it might even make a nice necklace. That's a brilliant idea. Wilt thou not rush to her aid? Perhaps I'm getting slow in my old age, because it would seem Gaia's beaten me to it. To think that she would be the one to break the ice. They may have gotten off to a rocky start, but I think they'll make quite the pair. This is a good song. Is that a hint of melancholy I detect in thy voice? Something akin to a pinning mother bird whose chicks have flown the nest? Father bird, if you don't mind, but you're not entirely wrong. Still, when the day finally comes to say goodbye, it hardens me to know she won't be alone. After that, we can go to the second serving for coffee and biscuits. Fine, you win, and if there's anything less than perfection, and if there are anything less than perfection itself, I'll never let you live it down. If they're not to your liking, there are plenty of other things to try. I suppose we both deserve a little treat after all that hard work. We certainly do. There we were, laughing as if we had not a care in the world. Fleeting though it was, in that moment I was content. But my life was never meant to be so simple. I've had my share of close shaves, but that was terrifying to put it mildly. I can only hope the end justifies the means. I let myself get a little carried away there, but I was definitely the one controlling my powers, not the other way around. Even so, I hope I never have to use them again. Ice, being the most naturally aligned to light amongst all elements, did interact with Rain's innate gifts in ways unforeseen. Were we not graced with the timely appearance of the Oracle of Darkness, I fear that this tale would have ended somewhat prematurely. I'm sorry, everyone. I clearly have a long way to go before I can handle that kind of power. But we achieved what we set out to do, so I had faith we would. So without further ado, let's return to camp and admire our work. It's life. Whoa. Yeah. It feels like I'm witnessing the miracle performed by Mephilia 100 years ago all over again. Wait, what? She was there? The rapid propagation of flora appears to be limited to the intersections of ethereal channels as per our earlier findings. Nonetheless, 'tis cause to rejoice that the seeds of ether have quickened in the barren garden that is the empty. All this greenery is far more than I had dared to hope. I can't help but worry that it's too good to be true. Okay. I'll be right back. Almost done, Kat. Alright, and I'm back. I can feel all the revitalized elements working in harmony. I've always believed Eden had the power to restore the empty, but I never expected it to happen so quickly. Gaia definitely came through. Hammer, whatever are you talking about? I'm a woman of gentle birth, hardly the sort to be swinging such a rude thing about. You must be imagining things, see. I wonder why the effects from the rebalanced ether will spread to the rest of the empty. Perhaps we'll just have to wait and see. Besides, I'm sure we could all do with the rest. I must say, Irene, it's refreshing to see you take a more measured approach for a change. Well, if my experience here has taught me anything, it's that I shouldn't rush into things unprepared. And I've also learned that there are some problems that can't be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Yomor, I've met all sorts of kinds of people who've gone out of their way to help me. I thought that I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. But now, more than ever, I realize that there's a limit to what I can achieve by myself. Even though I was able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control such vast amounts of ether. If Gaia hadn't been there for me, I might never have returned to normal. I could say the same about you. I was trapped in a nightmare, but you freed me. It seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, then we can face our problems together. That's if you don't mind. No, it's fine, really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. But on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. You mean it? Oh, thank you, Gaia. May I suggest we continue the conversation in Armory? Though the empty may now supporteth foliage, the land's normalization hath but begun, and no linger overlong still entaileth risks. Is that the matter, Thancred? Nothing you need to worry about. Let's go. outside good. Our encampment remaineth in present state for our anticipated return. I cannot help but wonder how the land may change in our absence. To think that Reen is the same girl I rescued from Yulmore. Compared to the way she was back then, the difference is like night and day. Off to Mort Soak, are we? I can't say I care for the place. The marketplace reminds me of Yulmore. But instead of fine delicacies they peddle, why, well, I don't know what they are exactly. What I do know is they are far too riggy for my liking. Before we do anything else, we should report to Yelfort. He'll want to know how we've been getting on in the empty. Speaking of Mort Soak, there was a snack of some sort that caught my eye last time. I can't quite describe it, but it looks squidly. Despite a strong suspicion that I may live to regret it, I'd like to try one. Oh, I think I know the one you mean. They might not be much to look at, but I bet the taste is amazing. I bet they taste amazing. Perhaps we could also try a pot of those gelled wriggles or whatever they're called. I'll even let you take the first bite. Ew, no thank you. First coffee biscuits, now worms and jelly. Heavens forbid the two of you might actually eat some proper food. May I ask a favor of thee? Whilst Thancred and I returned onto the Crystarium to inform our comrades of our recent exploits, I would have thee accompany Reen and Gaia to Mort Soak. Greetings, yo. How might I be of service? Back to you. I'm prepared to give this moored fare a try, although I should probably shut my eyes when I do, and my nose come to think of it. I'm looking forward to showing Gaia around the Crystarium, but we'd better finish our work here first. Information regarding the work being carried out in the empty is treated with the utmost secrecy. To avoid it falling into the wrong hands, we limit the keeping of records and such to the bare minimum. Having said that, it does become rather difficult to keep track of the supplies that we deliver, so I have asked Reen to provide reports on your activities. The first such report will cover the time from your arrival in the empty to your battle with Titan. Though truth be told, I cannot help feeling that this was rather a large burden to place on Reen. No doubt she has enough on her plate as it is. Luri, I did what you asked. Ah, yo, just the person I was hoping to see. Oh, is that so? Well, before you go any further, please allow me to take receipt of the report. And I hope you don't think it impertinent of me to ask, but what business might you have with Yo? Actually, I brought something to show you. Thancred and Urianger brought this back from Eden's core. If you look closely, you can see images of your battles in the empty. Urianger seems to think they are Eden's memories captured in crystal form. Would you like to see? As you gaze into the crystal, visions of previous struggles race through your mind with an intensity that far exceeds anything you have experienced. What's wrong? Different from how you remember it. How odd. What could cause Eden's memories to become so distorted? Well, we've been extracting and realigning enormous amounts of ether. Maybe that affected the crystal in some way. Even so, I expect that we can find a use for this extraordinary artifact. I think I have an idea, although it shows the images of things that never actually happened. Studying them may help us to prepare for challenges we'll face in the future. Speaking of studying, Urianger's given me a few tomes to read through before our next expedition. I'd best get back to it, but I'll be seeing you again soon. I see. I'll probably never do that, but it's good to unlock it. Good story. Gaia's vague memories of her life in Yrmor led us to her former residence. Unfortunately, no one in the neighboring area had any recollection of her. It seemed she had very little in the way of meaningful contact with those outside of her immediate family. Having said that, Yrmor has undergone a considerable upheaval of late, so perhaps with time we may yet uncover some information regarding Gaia's past. I, for one, find it hard to believe someone as outspoken as Gaia would go unnoticed, even for a Yrmoran. She strikes me particularly abrasive. Forgive me, I nearly spoke out of turn. Did I talk to you too? Yes, I did. I trust all is well, Miss Gaia. It will be once we get out of this desert town. If I have to spend another night in that dingy room, I shall scream. I'm terribly sorry to hear that the accommodations was less than satisfactory. I'll investigate the availability of more comfortable lodgings post-haste. Yes, I think we'll be staying in Morksoak, at least for the time being. It might take a while for me to write the report, as our expedition was rather eventful. Yo, I really appreciate everything you've done, and I'm sorry for all the trouble I put you through. Still fretting about that, are you? What's done is done. Besides, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? You're right. Now, how about the retreat we promised ourselves? They might not have coffee biscuits here, but I've heard the regular cakes are to die for. Or was that you'll die from eating them? Only one way to find out, I guess. I'm sure trying the local delicacies will keep us occupied between writing reports and thinking about the next plan of action. Hopefully we'll have another chance to visit the Empty to see how things are coming along. And don't even think about leaving me behind. Green informs me that the balance has now been restored to all 6 elements in the Empty. As such, representatives from the Crystarium will be making regular visits to the camp to observe any changes that occur. I shall oversee the delivery of whatever supplies they may require. Once again, Reen has kindly agreed to provide a report of your travels in the Empty, up to and including the encounter with the being known as Shiva. The preliminary verbal account left me gobsmacked, to say the least. Luri, I finally finished. Yo, how goes it? Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you. Don't worry, it's nothing dangerous. I was wondering if you'd like to join Gaia and I for some traditional soak evening tea. And in the meantime, I can read through your report. Now that that's taken care of, let's head over to the tea stall. Before that, there's one more thing. This is concerned to you, Yo. I found this in Eden's core, and it seems like it could be important. For all I know, it might even help me get my memories back. But when I look at it more closely, I see images of you swirling around inside it. Whatever this is, it probably means a lot more to you than it does to me. The crystal contains Eden's memories. We've seen one of these before, haven't we? As you stare intently at the crystal, your mind is overwhelmed with visions of struggles past, twisted and distorted by some unknown force. Whatever is the matter? Probably the same thing as last time. It's the same as last time. The only explanation I can think of is that Eden's own power altered its memories somehow. But was that before or after they were crystallized? What difference does it make, regardless of how it was made and where it came from? I can't think of any possible use for this thing. If you want it, Yo, it's yours. It looks like I was the one wasting time on this occasion. Let's go and try this tea I've heard so much about. Gaia, wait a moment. Yo, you're still looking a bit green around the gills, so perhaps you can join us next time instead. Anyway, I'd best catch up with Gaia. While the crystal may not serve as an accurate record of your battles, it provides a glimpse at what might have been. It could have even help in mentally preparing yourself for foes you have yet to face. Since it contains images of you and your exploits, it seems only right that you should be the one to safeguard it. Same thing. I was pleased as anyone in our inner circle to hear that greenery has at long last begun to grow in the empty. To think that our endeavors should finally bear fruit. Perhaps it is a little early to be using that turn of phrase, although I dare say it is only a matter of time until it is true in both a figurative and literal sense. As for Gaia, we have arranged accommodations for her in the Crystarium. Though it may be some time before her memories return, we aim to make her stay as comfortable as possible, and who knows, she may even come to prefer it over Yomorn. Good news, or at least it has the potential to be good news. I've received word from Master Urianger. Unfortunately, the message was rather thin on details. He only requested that you return to the Crystarium and meet him at the Wandering Stairs. Not the most likely of places for important meetings, but I suppose you might be able to squeeze in a pint or two while you're there. I cannot help but wonder why Master Urianger did not meet you here in Port Soak. I suppose the food and drink on offer in the Crystarium are somewhat better suited to those with sensitive palates. Perhaps that's it. Pray accept mine apologies for calling thee hither at such short notice. The matter I wish to discuss is of considerable import. If it's that urgent, wouldn't it be quicker to use those cruel things Reen's been telling me about? These are words best delivered in person. Did something happen to the empty? Not that death warrants our immediate attention. The elements are in a state of equilibrium, and the propagation of flora continues apace. So what's this about then? As thou art aware, we are not of this world, hailing from what is referred to as the Source. However, unlike Yo, Thancred and I exist only as ether given corporeal form. Our bodies remaineth on the source, though the thread that binds us to them doth grow weaker with the passage of time. Man, I wish I did this before I continued the story. Always do the raid content before continuing with expansions, I swear. Although, it was good to take a break from it. Honestly, do everything at your own pace, but just know that story-wise it might not link up exactly timeline-wise. And if you stay here too long, you might never be able to return. Precisely. Now with the wheels of change in the empty set in motion, we believe this is the fitting juncture to take our leave. We shall but regret not being present to see the transformation reach its completion. That hardly seems worth losing your bodies over, though. If you have to go back to your own world, who are we to stop you? I always knew this day would come. You'll still have Gaia and Yo. I know that you'll see this through to the end together. We will. I may not be half the woman Minfilia was, but I have friends I can turn to. They might be brutally honest in their opinion at times, or prefer to save their words and let their actions do the talking, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Though I can't say what the future might bring, no doubt Reen and Gaia will need your support in the days to come. Alas, the mysteries surrounding the fairy are yet to be solved. Whether thou shouldst find the answers that thou seekst or nay, lend not thine ears to its honeyed words, for thy will is thy own, never forget this. I won't. Excuse me. The time for our departure is at hand. Yet know that no matter where we may be, ever shall we pray for your success. Without Urianger and Thancred set to leave the first, it seems wise to share this development with Yelfort, who will continue to oversee the expeditions into the empty. You're back sooner than expected. Is everything alright? Oh dear, that's rather unfortunate. I dare say it's something jolly important for them to leave in such a hurry. In any case, I wish them the best of luck, wherever their work may take them. I shall remain here and hold the fort, as it were, and make the necessary provisions should any further forays into the empty be required. Safe travels, Mistress Yo. Yo, so the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Miss Reen and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along. Though I must say, being at their beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. Well, fancy seeing you here. Yo. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Neomore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. So did I, but I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in my past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Neomore. I understand. We'll find the answers together, just like we do everything else. Oh, they were delicious, as always, but I hear they're quite fattening, so we usually just buy one and have half each. And then you always get another one anyway. Yes, but we break that in half too, so it's fine. Then we may as well have one each to begin with. Honestly, Reen, I sometimes wonder if you've got biscuits for brains. Though I must say, my time in the Crystarium has been rather enjoyable. We even had a chance to make a necklace from the ice crystal we found. And in case you were wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Urianger would also be pleased to hear you've had your head in those rusty old tombs. I've even done a bit of studying myself. After all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the derrick. I'm hoping that one of these days I'll be allowed to visit the empty and see these remarkable changes for myself. It seems like a fair reward for all my hard work. This time, those giant ant things had the good sense to leave us alone on our way here. Seems they've learned their lesson. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time. Wait, I'll pilot this time. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they have at this Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic. Hardly. You've been putting more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. Well, Gaia certainly kept that quiet. She's just full of surprises, isn't she? There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? It's so strange suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you'd been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Well, consider me surprised. All this time I thought you were only good for smashing things up with your hammer. Bring that up again and you can walk the rest of the way. I'd best behave. I wouldn't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. I suppose this is the first you would have heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone is glad, the reality is it's also been quite stressful, having to adapt to a new way of life. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I tried my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all you need to do is turn up and enjoy yourself. How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? What's that? I haven't been listening. My leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I'd realized. Then let one of us take over. No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure, but if you feel like switching places, just say the word. How? No, how can this be? I think that explains it. Light, does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be the result of losing control when you restored the ice element. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems it wasn't enough. Then we're right back to where we started. This is all my fault. No, Rain, you mustn't blame yourself. You have returned to me. Restore the darkness while you still can. A familiar voice, an inescapable fate, the promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. In the remnants of a lost past, I would find my truth. It's been so long since Gaia had one of her headaches that I thought the fairy might have disappeared for good. Do you think it's got something to do with Eden? Restore darkness. What did you say, Gaia? Restore the darkness to the world flooded by light. Ah, that's it. We thought we restored balance to the 6 elements, but perhaps they're still too strongly aligned with light. If that's the case, maybe we can set things right by using darkness. By using darkness, are you serious? But hold on, it might actually work. Gaia, that's a brilliant idea. I wouldn't go that far. I just remembered what I learned during our adventures, that's all. But this does mean we'll need to call on your services again, if that's alright with you. We've come this far together, and we'll see our mission to the end, to Eden's core. I'll say one thing before we start. If this all goes horribly wrong, don't even think about pinning it on me. Not that it will, of course. Right, let's get started. But, were there any primals aligned with darkness? I can't seem to recall any. You mean there isn't one? The Asian's god Zodiark may be suitable, but we need something that Yo has actually encountered, and preferably defeated. But I have. Oh well. Well, does it have to be a primal for it to work? If it's just a lot of darkness that we need, perhaps there are other ways to get it. You may be right. What we ultimately need is a state of highly charged darkness. It shouldn't matter what form it takes. Does anything come to mind, yo? The creatures I unleashed while under the fairy's control. If we were able to summon one powerful enough, it just might work. The cloud of darkness. I can't begin to imagine how powerful it must have been. I'd say we found the perfect candidate. But where to find a suitable place, one where darkness is strong. It won't be easy in the world flooded by light. Well, we've got the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Darkness right here. It seems like a good enough spot to me. But what about the light-aligned ether that's all around us? That's where you come in. You can suppress the light while I draw out the darkness. By combining our powers, we can make it work wherever we are. Combining our powers. Yes, between us there's nothing we can't achieve. Don't be afraid, Gaia. I'm not afraid, just very concerned that this will all go horribly wrong. Which is the same thing, I suppose. Anyway, it's certainly not easy coming up with these plans by ourselves. That's true, but when this is over, we can reward ourselves with all sorts of delicious treats at the festival. Festival? What do you mean? We spoke about it on the way here, remember? I asked if you wanted to take part. I was busy piloting the Sky Slipper, so I probably wasn't paying attention. Oh well, not to worry. We can talk about that later. Right now we've got a job to do. I'll draw out the ambient ether, and I'll shift its alignment to darkness. Now, yo, focus your thoughts. Memories of the cloud of darkness enshroud your mind. This is the first time we tried this since that disaster with Shiva, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Even so, I can't afford to waver now. I've called forth real voice scent before, so everyone tells me anyway. But this is unknown territory for me. With the two of you by my side though, I'm sure it'll work. It's not that bad out here. Well, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Special thanks if you made it all the way to the end. Special thanks if you watched the first half. You know, any view is appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, if you want the first part of the Eden raids, just go to the YouTube. It's the same handle as my Twitch, Y4Arts. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be easy.